Everyone. This is seller newsletter number 2. Okay, let's get right to it. So, um, one of the biggest questions that we get from especially new sellers is how can I make my item most likely to sell? So, wanting to know things about making it so that your item is most likely to be the one that somebody wants to purchase. Um, so these are some things that we have kind of gathered from years of experience selling and from listening to other sellers and being on the sales floor, seeing what's out there, talking to shoppers. One big thing is clean equals green, meaning you are much more likely to sell an item that is clean and well presented. Um, cannot emphasize enough how important this is. First off, just keep in mind that if an item is dirty, especially a clothing item that's stained or anything like that, it is going to be pulled from the sales floor. So not only is this going to help you sell the item, but you're not going to be allowed to sell it if it's dirty. Um, really take the time, make sure you get stains out of clothing. Do not bring it if it has stains on it. Check necklines. That can be a place, especially with infant clothes. Sometimes spit up stains like to not show up until they've been in a bin for a few years. So that beautiful white onesie you put away a few years ago actually may have some yellow stains on the neck. Check like on long sleeves, check the ends of the sleeves. Maybe kids have been chewing on sleeves, things like that. Those are spots that can easily get missed. So please make sure you're checking those spots. Getting stains out of clothing. If you're wanting to sell it with us, there's a link in the newsletter that gives you some tips on how to get stains out of clothing. Definitely, sometimes it can be worth it taking the time to get those out. If you can't get it out, just leave it at home. Large items, again, making sure they are clean, getting in all those little nooks and crannies, especially things like outdoor toys and strollers. I know those sometimes can get really dirty. Really take some time with some wipes, clean out that out. People are much more likely to buy something that looks clean and well presented and ready to go rather than buying a project. So make sure you bring the item clean. It's really going to go a long way. I cannot emphasize that enough. People want to know items work. So if your item is electronic, put batteries in it. You can get them from the dollar store. Just kind of factor that into the price that you are selling the item for. Um, People are going to want to test it. Another idea is if it is something that's maybe kind of complicated, putting a stock photo or putting instructions with it, even print it off the internet instructions, bag it up with it. That way people can look at it and kind of understand right away what it is that they're buying. Pricing. So pricing is so tricky, especially we have some sellers who've never actually been to one of our sales, so I know it can feel really overwhelming and really difficult to figure out how to price things. You get to choose your prices, keeping in mind that the lowest option is $2 and then going up in 50-cent increments. Okay, so there is a link to a guide in the newsletter that gives you kind of a starting out point. Um, just try to keep in mind that people are not buying all of the memories that come with that item. So sometimes certain items can be really difficult to put a lower price on because it's something that you have such wonderful memories attached to. And so it holds a lot of value to you. Try to be objective. Think about what somebody's actually going to want to pay for this item. Think about how much it would cost to purchase this item new. Think about the condition of the item. Um, really try to be objective. Keeping in mind, people come to our sale looking for good deals. So they are coming to us because they do not want to pay retail. So if what you are asking is close to what they would pay in the stores, it's probably not going to get purchased. Okay. Packing, people want to see what they're buying. So, sometimes larger items like there's big bags, you can even get them sometimes at the dollar store. Those big bags that can help people actually see what all of the items are, things like bedding or large toys with lots of pieces. If it's something like bedding's a very good example. If you have a bedding set, I would encourage you to print off a stock photo so that people can actually see what the bedding looks like because it can be hard to see how cute bedding is in the bag. Whereas if you have a picture on there, they might be able to actually see what it is that they're getting. Um, Same with those large toys. I know those can be really tricky to pack up. For example, last sale, I think it was, somebody brought a bounce house and it sold super quick because they did such a great job. They had it all bound it up and then they had a big old picture on it that showed what it was and it sold super fast. And I know that part of the reason is because they did such a great job, presenting their item. Um, Also keep in mind some categories are just going to always be tough sells because you need just that right buyer. So just kind of keeping that in mind. Just try to price competitively if you can. Um, Something that kind of goes along with that is keeping in mind that we do offer a half price option. So you get to choose whether or not your item is going to sell for half price if it is not sold in the full price sale. I would really encourage you to consider dropping your items to half price. Our half price sale has gotten very popular. So if you are really not wanting to bring that item home, keep in mind, do I want to bring this home or am I okay taking a little bit less if it doesn't sell for the price I'm really hoping I get it at? Okay, shifting gears, appointments. Please make sure you set up your drop off and your pickup appointments if pickup appointments only if you are not donating all unsold. So if you are wanting to pick up even one item, please make a pickup appointment. Um, make these sooner rather than later so you have your pick times. If you go to look at those times and you cannot find a single one that is going to work, please email me. Sometimes we can work with you, keeping in mind we're only in the armory a short time and I can't take your items before then. But if there's just a specific time you're needing, I can see what I can do. Okay, so don't make not being able to find an appointment a reason you don't sell with us. Um, again, every single seller needs to have a drop off appointment. Um, Pickup appointments, anybody who is not planning to donate all unsold. So speaking of donation, we always have a lot of questions about the donation option, and this is something that I really love about the sale. So what's really cool is that you have the option for each individual item. So you don't have to make this decision for all of your items. Just for each individual item, you can choose, do you want to pick this item up if it does not sell, or are you wanting to donate it? If you do not want to pick the item up, that once you drop that item off to us, you never have to see it again. It is all our problem. So if the item does not sell, when the sale is over, it gets shifted into our donation pile. And our donations, first, we do an after donation party where local families who are in need, who are referred to us by local agencies, can come and shop from the donations free of charge. This is a really wonderful way to allow these families to come in and really, get to pick things that their families need. It's a really cool program. We're really proud of it. Um, so we'd really encourage you to think about marking your items for that. Anything that they don't choose, they then get donated to Toys for Manhattan and Fit Closet. And Toys for Manhattan is also amazing, and they will distribute some of the items to other local organizations. We only work with local charities. We do not work with any of the big chains or anything like that. It's really important to us that we are keeping it local, helping families right here in our area who need it. Okay. Let's see, a couple more quick things. Volunteer pre-sale spots. So this Saturday, our volunteer sign up opens. Now, as a consigner, you already get to shop our pre-sale at 6:30. If you volunteer, you get to shop even earlier at 5:30. So you get in a sooner and an earlier group. I really encourage you to consider volunteering. They're almost all 4-hour slots. I promise it's super fun. There's lots of different jobs depending on the kinds of things you'd like to do. And then you would also be able to share your consigner pass with somebody else since you would be shopping as a volunteer. So starting Saturday morning at 9 a.m., take a look in the workstation and snag a shift. This can also be a great way if you are a new seller. Volunteering is a fabulous way to get ideas for how to better sell your items, how to price your items, understanding how the sale works. I cannot emphasize enough how much easier it is for sellers who also volunteer. They really, really get a better understanding of the sale. Um, Last quick thing, I do still have free hangers available for pickup. We get these from the organizations that we donate to after the sale. Will bring us hangers back for you to use. So I do not want to look at them anymore. So if you would like some hangers, please come get them. Shoot me an email or a message and I can get you the address. And we also have yard signs available to advertise the sale. Anybody who puts up a yard sign will be put in a drawing for $10 in Bridges Bucks. So definitely take advantage of that, and it helps spread the word and helps us sell your stuff. Okay. I think that's it. If you registered in the past week, remember we do have that seller newsletter number 1 that you're going to want to go back and watch or read to make sure you have all the information. And again, all this stuff I'm giving you, pretty much all of it can be found on the website. So if you're more of a, take it all in reader, read the website super thoroughly and you'll get this information as well. Okay. Thank you so much for selling with us, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.